I was born in Heber Springs, Arkansas in 1950. My parents came from farming families. They lived through the Depression, so they were impacted by the Depression. And then they were the only ones in their families that went off to college. My father decided to join Eisenhower's International Cooperation Agency. So in 1955, in the summer, we moved overseas. It brought a perspective to life and how other people lived and how they valued actually the same things we value, but maybe showed it in different ways. I never imagined I would become a lawyer, but I was a bookworm. I loved the academy. I loved academics, reading, writing, discussing, analyzing. So I went to a paralegal school after college, and then I went and got a job in Houston, Texas at a law firm, and within a year, I was hooked. We had a lot of issues about our education system, period, and how to finance it. And so it was all about the funding formula. There was no question that there was a violation of the provision of the Arkansas Constitution to provide an adequate education for the state's responsibility. I wrote that opinion, and I really think that it was a turning point for students in Arkansas. This was a case where some professionals had sued, saying that, they were in danger of having their licenses revoked if they were in same-sex relationships. But the real issue at the Supreme Court was, because there had been no prosecutions under this statute, did they have standing? I told my clerks, I said, I may be the majority writer, or I may be a lone dissenter. But one way or another, I'm standing my ground on this one. And so I I wrote for 6 or 7 pages on the standing issue, and that it was a case in controversy, so to speak. And the court went with me. Especially people of limited means, and they get a big hefty fine, they get court costs, they just can't pull out of it financially. And what I'm doing now, I'm chair of the Pulaski County Criminal Justice Advisory Committee. And we're looking at the whole system that loads people with these financial obligations, trying to work to make it a system that doesn't tie people up in a ball and eventually they just end up in jail, which is another cost. I just feel so grateful for all of the doors that people opened for me and allowed me to explore. So I just feel like, all of this came together in a way that I have a lot of faith in it. And I would like everybody to have that. Feeling good about themselves and about their life's journey.